You guys all wake up naked, fortunately in separate beds. The faint smell of Lysol, the tick-tocking of a grandfather clock nearby,
The face for the what now?
the distant smell of bacon.
Right.
Gee, I have no idea where we are.
Light coming through the windows.
Whiskey!
You hear somebody scream whiskey from another window. Are you going to
Uh,
put on clothes first or just charge downstairs?
Charge now.
You hear the distant screaming and whatnot downstairs.
I'll get dressed.
Yeah. Get dressed, go down, get breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, so just getting dressed or
Well, get dressed, grab my stuff.
do you know where your stuff is, Jameis?
It's in the wardrobe. I've got bugger all stuff because of the bloody death last night.
Well, that makes it easier to carry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I need to get rid of all the money that I have. That ID do not have.
I'm gonna go into.
A
the
secret
other
tower
empty
level is
room.
no laughing matter.
I'm gonna go into the empty room and grab all of Kinley's stuff and bring it down to him.
Okay. You discover that he.
There's something new on there as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, he also has a set of cow armor. And your armor goes moo, and his armor goes moo, and they start mooing back and forth to each other.
Oh, neat.
Oh, and don't forget, there's also a lamp there as well, a tall, slender.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
he has
not
a
touching
pink,
that.
pink,
Not touching
dreamy,
that.
genie
Not
lamp.
touching that.
Okay, you leave that up here.
You know, I'm not touching it. No.
Okay, he just opens it, goes, nope, closes the wardrobe, backs away.
Yep. I'll get his clothes when that's it.
There's some 1950s clothes draped over a chair.
No, I'll get his cloak and.
That would mean touching the armor or possibly the lamp, because they're under it.
Yeah, I'll get the 1950s list.
Okay, so he comes down with some clothes for you to try to put on while you're eating, which is always fun.
I drape them over his lap, and that's it.
Oh, the number of naked people we've had in Burlington exceeds Game of Thrones tits. So, and it's always the men in this one too. So any fan service for guys is usually right out. So. Right, you guys eventually managed to finish eating, or in Kinley's case, take the edge off enough to where maybe he'll deign to put on some clothing, or not. Are you getting dressed in your armor and stuff too?
Sure.
All right, you're sitting there. Both of them, Jameis, are now dressed in fucking cow armor and stuff with the big horns, and the horns are huge. Now, I'd like to point out that the helmets and armor not conducive to put it in a bag and shit. Especially the fucking helmet. It's like big fucking horns, like in the picture. So you're not going to get that into any kind of bag unless one of the horns is probably going to puncture through right away. These things are completely inconvenient for just carrying around or anything, unless you stick it in like a chest and carry the chest. For Kinley, this may not be a huge deal. He may or may not notice a new chest strap to his back. But for Freddy, it's not going to fucking happen, I don't think. Freddy's strong, but he'll definitely notice a chest strap to his back. You guys eat and drink, and the people who run the place, the cooks, they've gone to a different room to comfort each other.
Incoherently at Kinley.
His armor moves back at you.
Attempt to understand what he's saying. Fumble.
All right.
No, I will not do that to you. A reach around is out of the question. That's a more of a lunchtime thing. This is breakfast. Come on, man.
Okay, I'll wait. So, how did you get that, by the way? I thought you failed.
We did the first time.
Oh, you went back?
Yep.
Let's say.
Good. So we never need to talk about that place ever again.
We went back.
Moves as both sets of armor at the same time.
How did you do it?
We went back with Doc, which was interesting. it broke a small part of him inside. He was not happy. He was like, "This is so stupid."
How did you do it?
So, what we did was, it was a group effort, but we got a load of caltrops made.
I knew it. That was what I was thinking.
We put them in big barrels, and I went in there and I threw the barrels down the end of the room.
Yep.
And it just meant that every time they fucking appeared, they'd be like, "Oh, my
Yep.
foot!" Ah.
Yep. That's what I was thinking as well. All right. Well, we don't need to do that. So great.
Right.
Red will never have to look at that room again. Caltrop.
Say it, Reb. Say it.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's caltrops. It sounds exactly like caltrops. It can't really sound the difference.
It was really good. It was fun. It was
Okay.
funny seeing.
So a little update from my end before you go.
Yep.
Henry. I went to the village recently with 2 other new people. One of them walked the pattern successfully, so we have a new initiate.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, I think, walked the pattern and disappeared. He either died or went home. I don't know which. But anyway, about the village itself, all of the agents that were there seem to be acting erratically, like they're drunk
Yeah.
or something.
This is confirming a theory I have.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also, when we went to the dome where the pattern is being held, there was a large hole in the floor, like just through the entire building, basically, exposing the pattern itself. It seemed as if something kind of blew out from the inside, so inside going out, and we saw do you remember the big, giant, evil dog statue?
Yes, 2 of them.
No, there was one of them.
There was
They
2.
merged into one.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
But yeah, the base of that statue was down there. The rest of the dog was missing. Even though we destroyed it, I clearly remember Doc, myself, and McKay destroyed it, got rid of it. Now the base of it is back there.
More evil into the world. I approve.
Yeah.
I miss Poochie.
Also,
I think that's what I called him.
I spoke with number 1, and he told me to deliver a message to number 2, i.e. Joshua, to fix the hole and to cover up the pattern, basically, because they can't have it exposed.
Right.
As for other stuff, the Joker seems to be missing at the moment, but the last they saw of him, he was flying around on some kind of giant panther, literally flying, and picking people up and dropping them from great heights, trying to free them. But they don't know where he is now. He just disappeared.
Okay, hold on. Flying panther
Flying panther, yeah.
with wings.
I don't know. They just said flying cat, panther, jaguars, something along those lines.
Could it be more dog-like? Maybe what the statue was?
Did the dog have wings?
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
What?
fucking brilliant.
Well, that's wonderful.
As Freddy loses more sanity.
Yeah.
Alright, well, okay.
I'm actually tempted to keep inflatable sheep at the moment. We don't know what the fuck we're gonna come up against.
And there was one other thing.
Does anyone,
Oh.
anyone have a shit card? Sorry, quickly.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
shit card.
Yeah.
I got a bag of light and a shovel. That may be worth keeping around just in case.
Yeah, we both have shit. What do you want?
I'll just trade it. No, just throw it. I've got.
Oh,
some.
okay.
Just throw whatever you're gonna ship. Right, sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
So Clem is still acting weird.
Yeah.
If you go into and ask for a hot towel and shave, he will understand the request, but he will take you to a random destination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Also, the password in the embassy that you needed to say before you had to go anywhere is no longer required. It works without a password.
Right. Okay.
So something is bad.
Yeah. Well, shall I quickly go over my theory before
Yeah.
or my theories? I got a couple
Please.
running around in my head. So, I got a kind of feeling that this is all triggered to do with the imbalance. We've known about it for a long time. It's something we know was going to just get worse, not, just be like, oh, there's an imbalance. That's it. No, it's constantly getting worse. Like the pattern's constantly going to be outweighing the low risk at the moment, and shit's out of whack. And I think this is a major cause of all of this going on. The reasons I say things like that is one thing I didn't mention in one of my last posts that my imp sent was basically when we were doing our best to kill Coburn permanently, one of the ideas we came up with.
Wait, who?
Colburn.
Oh, Colburn, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were attempting to, as he wanted to self-destruct himself, one of the ideas we came up with was if he was to walk Logris or Patton and fail, then we knew that was a sure way of him definitely dying.
Yeah.
When we did that, a Patton version of myself turned up in Burlington and basically warned us against doing it.
Wait. Where did you want to take him?
We were just summarizing that we knew that walking and failing the Patton or the Logris would die.
Yeah.
You would die, right? That's what you wanted. So we were just trying to theorize a way of doing that. We didn't specifically we knew there was one in the village. We didn't, we knew that there was. Well,
did your mirror image say why?
No, just said it was to be a very bad idea.
The implication was they didn't want more Logris power around. And you wouldn't even contemplate the idea of destroying current patterns. But as long as you weren't creating more Logris patterns, that was fine.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but if the guy that I mentioned to you earlier didn't walk the pattern successfully, he's dead. So it kind of happened anyway.
That was more about giving more power to Logris more than anything else.
I don't understand that. We know that the pattern is, it's intelligent, right? It sends out agents to warn us and stuff. It must realize that there's an imbalance at the moment, that it's causing all of this shit, right? We know that, with the imbalance at the moment, this is why a lot of this crap's happening. I also think this is why the blue mage is allowing to do what he's doing, because of the imbalance. Why is he getting away with massive radical changes? We already know from the beginning that the agents would show up at any small changes and eliminate them. But as you said, they're basically wandering around drunk at the moment. They're obsolete because, there's no the unbalanced power. Oh, shut up!
Don't worry, the screams were cut off abruptly. You hear more screams outside that are
what now?
being cut off.
Is it Sandman?
You're not sure. You hear and then you hear like a muffled small explosion.
I look out the window.
We didn't hear any car sirens.
Negative. Right. You look out the window and you see everybody who's on the street normally walking around holding their head and screaming, and one head goes and explodes and the body collapses, and their head explodes and the body collapses and their head explodes. Give me a Sandy roll, Freddy. Freddy goes over the window.
Walking around.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Do you want to go to a window and look?
No.
They just sit there. All right. Either human gore or gross out, unless they're maxed out, in which case you go.
So, do I see...
Freddy begins to masturbate. Yeah.
You have human gore and gross out maxed out already?
A long time ago.
I didn't even know that.
Freddy's just watching out the window.
If my SAN was higher, I would try and max it.
I'm close, but I'm not maxed.
Do I see any demons flying around?
Started.
Freddy's kind of trying to, not from him here. You don't have much of a view, though. I mean, if you were to go out in the middle of the main street and like look up, then you might see more.
People's heads seem to be exploding.
Meh. It's Burlington.
Yeah. Which sort of ties into 2 points I was going to make. One, this is a shadow, and no one really gives a damn about the shadows as far as I can tell. So if Pattern screws up shadow, Pattern doesn't care. And
No,
two,
they did. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, before there was an imbalance, and now currently Pattern's on top, and it doesn't give a crap about anything else. It's on top. That's what matters to it. The fact that it's on. The fact that you've got the side effect is when Pattern's on top, isn't it?
I can't kind of see that. I can't see that. I know what you're saying, but to me, it's also a case of surely it should realise that a balance is needed for things to stay as it is.
Not if it can get the upper hand and win.
You notice one of the buildings seems to be working on uprooting itself.
Guys, we might want to leave. One of the buildings is starting to move.
All right.
Look, he's the one that drinks, not you.
No, I mean the building is starting to get up and move.
The building begins floating away.
Okay, the building that just flew away now.
All right, do you want to get us out of here?
Yeah.
He just sighs.
Can't even have a fucking simple briefing. Seriously.
You don't want to find out what's going on? You don't think it's worth
can you handle it?
Could you, if you fly up suddenly into the air and do massive amounts of damage falling?
Hold on one sec.
You see a large rainbow, Freddy, that... Freddy's disappeared. Freddy is temporarily
way out. Freddy's gone.
You're like, wow, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just sighing going on.
Well, you think it's Joker pulling people up into the air or something?
Alright, I'm back, sorry.
No problem. Freddy, you see a strange rainbow made of fire, which is beginning to sear its way across the sky.
Alright, guys, we should...
do it.
I pull out a trump of the
embassy. Everybody give me essence rolls. Lower is better. You're pulling out a trump of where?
Embassy bunker room.
The explosion room.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Kinley, take a fucking check in essence, sir.
That's a crit, by the way.
Yeah. It's
I made mine by 3.
Okay.
I didn't make mine at all.
Red, you hate it when alcoholics talk in the morning because it always sounds bad. Freddy, there is a great disturbance in the force. It feels as though a million voices are crying out and their heads are exploding. Right, you are detecting, Kinley, that the power buildup is going through some sort of little burble. This is just a small burble of it. You suspect with your amazing fucking essence roll that it should stabilize. You're not sure how much of this zone will be torn up in it, but you're hoping it's localized. It feels localized to Burlington, but you're not really sure.
Burlington or Burlingtons?
That you don't know. You'd have to travel into different Burlingtons. Your essence is just telling you that. Meanwhile, give me your luck roll there, Freddy, to see if your card's actually going to still work or if somebody's gone and fucked it up.
Essence or no?
You? Yes. You made times 3, you said, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, no problem. He opens up a Trump portal and you guys grab onto him like a couple of
By the way,
lamprons.
just because I know they haven't seen this before, I open it a lot quicker than normal.
Yes. I've seen that,
Yeah, he opens it in a quarter of the time, and then you guys all step
through. Actually, I think it might have been half the time last I saw, so maybe it's going to be...
It was 25 seconds.
Yeah, normally it's 2 minutes to get it open, so... Yeah. And then you guys step forward, and you're in the explosion room. Give me new essence rolls.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're one at least times 3 here.
No.
No. I don't.
Time,
I don't
times
know.
3.
Hey, you don't hear anybody
yeah.
screaming. Freddie, you're thinking that it doesn't feel that way here. So
Okay.
yeah, everything feels on like a woo normal
Yeah, I
here.
got by 3.
Oh yeah, you also feel everything's normal. Of course you.
Well, it was normal before. I don't know what the problem is.
Exactly. So be sure to take a check in essence, though, Jameis.
Yeah. Oh, I need to. It's quite low.
All right.
But
So,
then again, I don't really use it for anything. So
You notice that Kinley has got a bottle of whiskey still in his hand for some reason, and a piece of bacon sticking just a little bit out like a obscene tongue.
all right. So you were saying, Kinley?
I got a bottle in each hand.
My mistake.
One whiskey and one's my drinking vessel, which I'm not drinking out of because I don't want to.
Oh, the pink bottle? Got it. Yeah. It's a very elaborate pink bottle. If you'd like to see a picture of it, I will be happy to show it to you if you haven't seen it before.
It's a bottle. That's fine.
Oh no, it's more than a bottle. It's more than a bottle when Kinley starts drinking out of it. Let's see.
I'll go sit down, by the way.
No problem. The furniture is here's the bottle that Kinley carries around, and the second picture is actually what looks like. The first picture is for size comparison. Those are normal hands, not Trump size hands.
Okay.
So, Kinley, you were saying?
Right. So.
By the way, why do you have that with you?
It's like something I took off Doc. It's just like it's mine now.
Does he know you took it?
Of course he does. Well, yeah, because it's not important. It's not this was the trap one.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was one of the. Remember, I was talking about items that the blue mages put parts of the soul in. He's got the actual lamp, which was hidden away. Okay. This was the trick one, which is really neat because it's got little alcoholic cushions inside. It's so tasty.
Are you sure you should be drinking that?
I'm not now because I realise what it's nasty. Yeah, it's if you open it, you'll get sucked inside. It's a really nice little room in there.
Wait, you get sucked inside?
Yeah.
Can you aim it at things?
Potentially. It's more of a trap thing, so I'm guessing the one who opens it maybe might just get sucked in, whether you got it pointed one way or another. But if you could trick someone to open it, they'll probably get sucked in. And it's a 3-way trap. 3-way trap. Not just 1-way or 2-way. 3-way trap. Because then if someone else comes and rubs it to try and get you out, they can get sucked in as well. Yeah.
That bottle gave me an idea. Anyway, carry on.
You're pretty sure he's going to break it eventually because it doesn't look super strong, and Kinley goes through all kinds of crazy shit.
So what were you saying about imbalance and all that?
Right. So imbalance of pattern and logos. It's we know that the powers that be had the agents who would pop up at any time to fix anything that was going on. And kind of, like antibodies, right? Like antibodies in the body, like something attacks it or something trying to change the body.
It's an antivirus program.
Yeah. So, demons, why must you turn it into a theoretical demon?
We're in a demon box, can we?
Stop it. So I'm guessing the imbalance has got the balance has been allowed to go on for so long that it's got so out of whack they basically have no control anymore, which is allowing the blue mage to do what he does, which is quite interesting because I'm theorizing that if we could restore balance and finally maybe trying to make a Logris that would restore balance, would that
there's the other option for restoring balance,
which is take out one of the patterns.
We believe that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because that will destroy our universe.
Yeah. I'd rather just create another Logris.
Alright, here's the problem with doing that. Did one of you crazy assholes steal the unicorn's eye?
No. I wish it was, but it wasn't me.
I was with you last time, okay, so...
So, you don't know who took it?
No, which is something I would also like to find out today, if possible. Or at least get some leads on.
In order to do that, we need to talk to Blaze.
Yeah, that didn't go too well last time.
Yeah, by the way, tell Doc I have a bone to pick with him.
Oh,
apparently,
I remember the story of the last time you guys found that damn gem.
Blaze is a dick. He is a proper dick.
He blew my head up. I'll try to.
Oh, he did the same to Doc.
Yeah. And then he said, tell him I sent a message. Yeah. Basically. Yeah, which, by the way, I still have a headache. So give me a sec, I need to heal. Carry on, by the way.
So, I'm wondering if sorting out the incorrection in the balance would actually do us a favour in also sorting out what's going on with the Blue Mage.
Probably.
Because it would then...
I mean, it might help.
I don't know how much of a foothold he's got or what exactly has been happening with him, and if he's managed to isolate himself from the rest of it, blah, 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 blah.
The thing is, in order to do that, we need to make a Logos.
Even from the sounds of it, it wouldn't hurt having another Logos around. But do you know how to make a Logos?
You get the eye of the serpent, which... does anyone know what that is?
No, I have the unicorn, not I have the serpent. What are you talking about? Other way around.
I thought the unicorn was pattern.
No, serpent made pattern. Unicorn made Logos.
That does make a lot more sense then.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. So someone's... Yeah.
And the books do the same thing.
Well, it might be fucked then, because I've got a funny feeling it's the Blue Mage that has stolen the eye then.
Well, how the fuck did he do that?
Because he's fucking ultimately powerful at the moment. He's like massively powerful. He's been sucking in magical power for fucking how long? So he's ultimately powerful. He doesn't want us to create a Logos because he knows that will cause, a realignment of balance. So he doesn't want it to happen. So he's stolen the one thing that we need to do it.
It sounds to me like we need to go to Old Burlington, doesn't it? Which I'm really not looking forward to.
Well, I think we can go there, but what about...
Well, can you?
Red?
You can't visit the water, can you?
I can now.
Oh, now you can? Mm-hmm. Well, we can get scuba gear as well.
I show him the gills on the side of my fucking neck.
Thank you.
I was going to say, do you keep those? Because they're really big and obvious.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never turned it back from when I had them, so...
All right. Reb, make a Sandy roll. He's got fucking gills, apparently. I did not know.
Oh, who doesn't? I've got gills, too.
Do you? Do you keep them on?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say...
Oh, wait, you can change the gills?
Who can't?
Reb. Can you grow gills?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that makes things a lot easier. Oh. Okay.
You were here when you were with us when I learned how to do that.
That was a long time ago. I don't remember what you learned to do.
Speaking of learning, if one of you can teach me the damn body tree, that'd be useful.
The body tree? I can try. I'm better at the other tree.
I'll just double check. Yes, you may have already done that. Oh, yes, stunning attack. Yes, you have.
I can teach you the healing tree. Or the pocket tree.
Okay, let's
pocket tree would probably be useful.
No, don't do it here. Magic is really bad.
I know. I was gonna say, let's just stay on track and we'll do it when we get to higher magic.
No, it's not. I've got the body tree. So if we get around to it, we get around to it. Otherwise, yeah.
No worries.
So here's the other thing as well. With the what I don't understand as well is what the Courts of Chaos are doing. I mean, why they knew that there was the imbalance in power. So what stopped them? Yeah, of course they would know that. Surely they would know that.
Did they?
Why'd you say that?
Well, Chaos certainly knows it.
Why would you think they know about our little pocket shadow?
Because they know about it. I mean,
okay, but Kay told them that.
They're very interested in it. Trust me, they are not. It's not like they ignore us. They're very, especially now the walls there. They're fucking super like.
Well, I've not really spoken to them or been in touch with them other than the last time, which, by the way, thanks for not keeping an eye on me. Really appreciate it.
Keeping an eye on you?
Yeah, they took me to a torture chamber.
I couldn't do anything about that.
I specifically told you, stay with me.
It was your option to come.
Yeah,
all I said was shit might happen, and when he saw you, he was like, I don't want him here.
I had one rule. You take care of me. You didn't do it.
I was taking care of you by letting you go.
Tough love. Yeah.
Freddy will remember that. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I've not been in touch with them in a while, so.
She hasn't been in touch. She's taken back into the torture chamber for a while.
Could it be that maybe one of them took the unicorn's eye?
Possibly. I mean, maybe one of the other bloody people in there, but took it just to piss off Blaze.
Anyone want an inflatable sheep? Something I might be getting off.
Can't imagine why. What does it do again?
Just get along with the next animal you want.
I'll take it.
Better.
No, I don't want to steal it.
Throw away a card because.
That's what I look at. Right.
I've got good cards.
I'm just going to get some food. I'll be right back. But I'm still here.
No way.
Okay.
And that was the last they ever saw of Jameis.
Alright, so, if they know about the imbalance and what's going on over here, maybe they're just observing right now to see what happens.
Yeah, I know it's not directly it's different from the shadows to what, they...
A mild earthquake rocks the building. Very mild. Just tremor.
Yeah.
How to tell when your PCs are just burned out on cosmic things. Yay.
I think they've got interest in it. I mean, okay, maybe they might not go as far as trying to create a whole new Logos here to restore balance here, but...
yeah. Although, if they are trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Rematerialize, resummon Zog, and they want this to be his home, it may be in their best interest for there to be a Logos here.
Oh, sure. I'm sure they wouldn't be against it happening, but whether they're willing to spend whatever it would take to make one here, obviously without the bloody eye now.
Well, hold on. Well, no, only one of the eyes is missing. There's still another one. You don't need both.
Are we sure?
You need the eye of the unicorn.
Right, okay. So where is the other one in?
I'm assuming the unicorn still has it.
Oh, okay, Freddy. Yeah, well, that's where things get a bit tough. I'll just see you walking up and being like, that's mine now. You're like, my fucking eye.
Yeah, we need a bit more information, but so far Blaze seems to be the only one who's been willing to talk, at least to me.
Well, it was more demands, as far as I could tell with the doc. It was just like, who took the fucking eye?
Yeah.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking, this is where it all gets so fucking shit, because I know they're so bloody, oh, but you did this, oh, you told me this. I think, I would like to go and speak to Trevor, but, yeah.
I'm not that good at my courtly etiquette yet.
Oh.
Nor am I, but, meh. When situations are dire like this, sometimes you just gotta say, fuck etiquette and intrigue and fucking layers upon layers like an onion. It's just like, motherfucker, we need to do this. We need to get this done. How can we get around doing it? Do you want to help? Because it would help you guys.
Paul Turner's just fuming right this minute at the thought of just honestly trying to trade with them.
I was gonna say, give me memory rolls. Those who have been to the Courts of Chaos.
Well, I'm not saying go there because that's not going to fucking probably be.
I don't remember shit.
That's because you're probably busy being tortured.
I think they've got a McDonald's there. I think.
Well, you know that they've got a Starbucks.
It's got to be evil.
I'm not a fan of going there unless we're trying to walk the longest, which I'm not ready to do yet either.
Plus the wall makes it very hard to get there at the moment.
Plus the wall.
See, this is really.
So right now, if we want to try and deal with this, I don't know if there's any way for us to let the eye. But we may be able to at least get a bit more information as to what the fuck the Blue Mage is doing down underwater. Because Doc and I went there with Wrestling, but we were only able to glean so much information. And I know that you, Kenley, are particularly gifted in the arts of analyzing magical patterns. Perhaps you might be able to discern a bit more. Although then we have to deal with all the fish, which is a pain in the ass.
Well, you got to use glean and discern in the same paragraph, so you know.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's very nice.
You've got the inflatable sheet for the fish.
One animal, not swarms of them.
Yeah, one of the fish will be like, I love you. I hope that you love me.
Fish loving.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, though,
that's how mermaids are made.
With your ridiculously good sword skills, you may be able to just cleave through them. I've seen you do it.
You're wanting them to fight with a sword underwater.
You're good enough to do it.
It's not just that. It's like, you know, it's like the cows. I can do a lot of damage to one thing at a time.
Yeah, one swarm at a time, yeah.
I can't do, like, fucking hundreds of fish. If they're all nipping at me, I'm just going to die.
Well, before we use these...
That's the problem. Colburn went in there going, oh, it's okay, we were Alex Kinley. He'll just kill them all. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Why did you think that? Why didn't you ask me before we went in, at least? It was like, you know, we got in there, everyone was fucking near, well, two of them were near dead. And Colburn's looking at me like, anytime now, Alex. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Just click my fingers and they're all going to fucking drop dead?
Apparently that's how he thought it worked.
Yeah, apparently.
He knows better now.
Okay, so...
It does if you're against one big dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Then fucking let me have it. I've had it.
Logan, how do I explain to him the mechanics of the fish in game?
In game, yes. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Just look at Jameis's face. Look at that face. Now explain to that face in game.
Alright, let me put it to you this way. There's around 8 swarms of fish. If you manage to kill enough of the swarm, about half of it, it will kind of run away.
How many fish per swarm?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant? Not really. You're saying you have to kill half of them before they run away. How many fish? We're talking tens, hundreds, thousands?
Well, also, Freddie, keep in mind that when you were doing damage to the swarms, you were doing area effect damage, which seemed to affect the swarm as opposed to stab a fish, because Kinley might be right on that. It
might be. I fucking know it.
Well, no, we've fought swarms on land before with melee weapons, and it was
different swarms, different things. Yeah, I'm just giving you caution.
I don't know what the mechanics are. That's my problem.
Remember the basic rule: Logan's a dick.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Question, before we rush into that, is there anything we can do?
That's something you should do, Jameis. Make a list of players' rules. I've got GM rules. You make a list of player rules. Rule 1, Logan's a dick.
Is there anything else we can do that's not
The
battling
village.
swarms of fish?
The village.
What do we want to try and find out in the
I
village?
want to know a bit more about the dog. Why is it there? I want to find out exactly what's maybe the deal with the agents. Can we... Now's a good time to actually grab one of them and take a closer look at them, maybe. Like, figure out what they're all about. And maybe even do Joshua's job and just patch up the hole. That could be something we can do.
Sounds boring.
Yeah, well.
It would give you a chance to work on your masonry skill. I know you've been, really wanting to build up bricklaying.
Okay, there's only two things I want to do there. One, I want to see the dog statue. Just have a closer look at it. Examine it.
We could do that.
And then the agents, and that's it.
I don't want to spend days, though, fixing a hole.
No, we're not going to do that.
Fix me a hole.
The other thing that we may want to do, if we're not doing the underwater thing, is in Beast King, the miners have asked us to clear out a group of bandits, about 20 to 40 bandits that are occupying one of their mines.
Yeah, not to be horrible, but right now I'm in we need to work on this big ship because it is getting bad again, really bad.
Right.
It's getting fucking end of world bad, and I can't be dealing with fucking bandits. Go kill me 10 cows. No, I can't deal with that anymore.
Okay.
It's just gonna get worse and worse, and then we're gonna
Let's go to the village then and have a look.
Okay, we'll start there.
Alright, I pull out my jump Logan.
Dun 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 dun.
And we go
Make your luck roll. It seems that just getting anywhere these days is easy as shit for you.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you go, bloop, and you guys go, and then go through. Now, keep in mind, if you don't grab onto him and he goes through, your ass is left here. So you guys have gotten used to grabbing onto people before they go and whatnot. So you guys head through, and you're in the sea cave. Back in the village again. And another bottle of a weirdly shaped bottle of whiskey appears that says Village Whiskey on it. And let's see, where's the village?
I want Logris summoning. Someone that skill.
Oh, yeah. It's a sexy fucking skill.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to crit it so I can get a fucking another one. So more whiskey. Soon I'll be like, whiskey. He's got 4 bottles of whiskey. What the hell? Yeah, I love this power. Alright.
Welcome back to the village again. I still remember when I let Freddie listen to that song that that group made, and he about fucking had an air Sandy loss. He's gone through a lot of Sandy losses in this campaign. That makes me very proud. Okay.
I'll take them first to number 6's house to get us some clothes, and then we'll go to the dome.
Change?
Yes.
You guys get dressed in the typical villager type clothes. It does not fit over your fucking cow armor.
I just tear the sleeves off and I go that way.
You pretty much do more. You also split the side. You pretty much just have basically a village-shaped tabard at this point that you drape over yourself.
Cool.
I get my number 96 badge.
Okay. Let's see now. Yeah, you guys don't know. You actually, all the badges here are number 6 because it's number 6's house. You're rating the wardrobe of. But anyway, you guys grab a bunch of badges. You do see agents and whatnot. They're wandering around like they're super drunk, like college freshman drunk.
Yeah.
Without the puking or I love yous, and just trying to walk somewhere.
I want to walk over to one of them, grab their gun and their badge.
All right, you pretty much mug him, and the air's like, trying to do something about it, not having any real luck.
Are they constructs like Klim?
Well, they're programs, essentially. Antivirus programs.
Did you actually get to go to the pattern last time?
Yeah, we walked the pattern.
Right.
Yeah, this is where I walked the pattern.
I didn't.
did you in any way manage to communicate with it?
No, I just. Oh, the badge you have, does it have a name on it, or is it just?
I examined the badge.
I know it just says it's kind of a generic like FBI type of ID, but it looks really it looks like somebody who had a general concept of English but not really any specifics tried to print a badge. Even to you, it doesn't look right. It looks as though it's kind of scrambled up and stuff, and pieces of the picture in the wrong places and stuff. The gun itself also looks a bit misformed. Like, this could be a dangerous thing to fire.
So even the equipment is messed up. Okay.
They seem to be experiencing a lot of technical difficulties for some reason.
All right,
Agent, what is the designation of the zone?
He says.
The manual with the limits. Come on, give us the manual with the limits card.
That would be perfect for this.
Let's go see the statue.
Yeah. All right, I'll leave the gun and badge with the agent and go there.
It takes you over to the Green Dome place, but rather than going to the front door, he goes around to the side and he shows you a big fucking gaping hole where you can look down not only into the control room, which is one level down, but you can see the edge of the pattern, which is 2 levels down. And you can see a little bit, not a great view of it here, of the base. If you were to jump down there, then you could probably see more. I mean, now, of course, missing the jump and hitting the pattern would be a awkward thing.
No. We're going to go inside and go down.
Are you sure you don't want to try the rash, stupid option?
No, we'll go down the platform.
Colburn would have tried the rash, stupid option. No. All right. You guys go in. The little person butler opens the door for you and bows.
Thank you.
He stands aside, looks at you expectantly.
I walk in.
He watches the 2 guys in cow outfits and the one guy who's feeling left out of the whole cow franchise go in.
I'm not feeling at all as bad. I have absolutely no problems whatsoever with not having any cow.
All right. So you guys go in and head over to the big up and down 1960s cup type chair and push the appropriate button. There's the big phones, the white, black, and red phones and stuff, like the giant L-shaped thing, which if you're talking on it, the speaker's way down here, and you're like, hello, you can't hear me because my mouth is so far. Now I can't hear you, that kind of phone. I don't know who designed that bullshit. And you guys go down a couple of levels past the people on the giant seesaw thing that are going slowly around with their vomit bag strapped to it and all the different things. And you see, it looks like different scenes from around the village and stuff on the monitors. And eventually you go down their level to the huge pattern of electric blue trailing around the floor. And yeah, there's a big statue base over there, Kinley. You miss Poochie.
Poochie.
So I look at it. What happened to it? Did it blow up? Did it just
Did what blow up?
The base.
No, it looks fine. It looks as though whatever was sitting upon it, like, I don't know, a giant winged dog or something. Yeah. You didn't know it detached, but, apparently that's what happened. I mean, it sounds crazy, but,
I swear we got rid of this thing. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure you did. But did you do it spiritually? Can that which is not dead eternal lie?
With even strange yawns, when death may die.
All right, well, can you just have your glasses with you?
It shows a huge amount of explosions and glasses breaking, lenses falling out, Chris exploding.
Before you use them, let me try and cast a spell. Does magic word here 11?
Ooh, let me look real quick. The village. Back to the village again. Excuse me, I was laughing at a note that I'd written myself. Right. Yes, it does. Roll willpower times 1.
Oh. Might not be worth it then. Okay.
You can do it.
Let me see. Willpower times 1.
You can do it.
I'll keep trying. Oh, whoops. That's fumble.
Cool. Here we go with the fumble cards. Let me move you guys back to
Fumble cards.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother honestly after the fumble.
right. All of his fucking like his tatters of his thing just fall off of his village garb, just fall to the ground.
Okay. I put it back on.
They apparently have ripped too much. You're gonna need some sort of glue or tape or duct tape or something, or somebody can hold them up to your armor.
Alright, whatever. I'll just pick it up and hold on to it for now.
Alright.
Never mind. Magic is to. I just wanted to figure out if we destroy this base, will that do anything to the dog that's flying around? That's just what I wanted to know.
Well, we could. Should we analyze it?
That's what I'm saying. The magic is so bad, you might end up blowing up your glasses. I mean, your glasses. You want to try it.
Is it? This thing was just magic, right? It wasn't anything more than.
Well, apparently it is more than that because the freaking dog flew away.
Well, no, I mean as far as was it more than just magic? It just occurs to me it might be now. Being kept so close to a pattern for so long, it might have actually fused with some of the pattern abilities.
Yeah, but wait a minute, what the hell?
Let's have a look actually. Sense pattern.
There's one over there.
Wait, what?
Because an item can pair.
I'm sensing pattern.
Yes! Your brain's like trying to escape out the other side of your head from the pattern. You're like pushing back in your skull.
Does it? Yeah, but do I get any feed from the actual statue base?
Just a wee bit, like kind of like old tea on a saucer after it's dried off.
I try and analyze. Yes.
It apparently the base is sucked in a little bit of the residual pattern. You're beginning to believe that your theory may have been correct.
I have hindrance.
Excellent. I know the hindrance.
Shall I retrieve the hindrance?
Yes. Excellent. You are now hindered.
Oh my god, I got too many good cards. Anyone want a reroll?
Tim tried to play an unhindered so he could walk the pattern without making rolls. I told him that's not how it worked.
Yeah. Anyone want reroll?
Maybe James, do you want
it? Yeah, I'll take it.
I got some really good cards.
Apparently, if you're getting rid of rerolls.
Just throw down, yeah, I know. And I'm probably going to get, unless anyone wants the man has unexpected connections.
Always a nice
that's
one.
acclimatized, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You take it?
Yeah, I've got tons of places I haven't been, so.
Just, throw anything, because. So do I get?
I'm not acclimatized anywhere, basically.
Good time to play it to somewhere that you've been. I believe you have to have been there somewhere this session so you can take.
No, it says anywhere of your choice.
Oh, anywhere of your choice. Okay, as long as you actually know about it or been there at some point. or something.
Sure. Gothic.
That's a
Do we
great.
get anything else from the analysis?
Not really. As far as pattern goes, that's about it on that.
All right, so
In that case,
that might be why it didn't stay destroyed.
chaos.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah, do I have an analyst? Yes, here we go. Analyze power chaos. It's too low. Damn it. Damn.
If only you had your detailed analysis pattern, that would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know someone who does, but he's not here right now.
Awkward.
I've got a reroll card if you want it.
What now?
Nah.
A reroll card.
No, I've got a reroll as well.
All right. Well, we do know one way to get rid of it, and that's to roll the logos with it. That'll get rid of any pattern items.
It's power and it's pattern and chaos.
Oh, and chaos? Oh.